You know, one thing I wanted to say as we're going live, I really appreciate how Casey's forehead peeks out.
He does have a beautiful forehead.
It's truly.
Have you seen your forehead lately?
1080.
I see it every day.
I take that.
It's good. And I'm like lurking above like a total creeper, which is fair because I do that at the shop. Actually, you do that a lot too, Casey. Casey gets me across the room sometimes. I'm like, what? And I look around. I'm like, oh my god. And
creepy on Casey's forehead. Whoa.
No, like he'll lurk right above like where I'm working. I'm like, oh my god.
That'll happen.
Yeah. I get like so immersed in everything. Speaking of immersed, though, we just immersed ourselves in a case of soccer cards. So shout out to Casey. But we're gonna kind of cleanse the palate here, and we're switching topics a little bit, and we're rocking with some comic books tonight, which is super cool. Oh yeah, we should probably do that.
Would you like to see the comments from all of our loyal viewers?
Yeah, shout out to Miranda.
Shout out to Miranda.
But I'm totally just warming up the stream here, and I'm gonna let you actually drive, Trevor.
Yes.
That's a terrible idea because I went into a ditch earlier.
That's completely fair. Shout out to your family for rescuing.
Yep, they came and got the car out of the ditch. I spun out twice on the interstate.
Today?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
This morning, this guy pulls out in front of me, and there's a ways between us, but he pulls out too fast, spins out in front of me. And so I hit my brakes, and I spin out too, and we're both sideways. And I corrected myself. I'm driving, my heart's racing. Like, well, I'm back on the road. It's all good. Oh, no, I'm in a ditch. And that was that. I'm like, I don't even know how I got into the ditch. 1 minute we're fine, and the next minute I'm in a ditch. I'm like, whoa, I just went sideways. I tried to correct myself, and now I'm in a ditch.
All right. Now
that was my morning.
You want to talk about our special guest?
First, I want to give a shout out to a guy named Peter, who just pulled over on the side of the road and gave me a lift into work. I was going to walk from the interstate to Rainbow Comics, which in my mind is only a few blocks, but like a few more than a few blocks.
Yeah.
And this guy rolls up and goes, hey, you need a ride? I'm like, well, you want to take me to Rainbow Comics? Because I don't know where that is, but you can sure point the way. I'm like, okay, done. So he brought me into work. I reported myself in. So huge shout out to Peter, wherever you are. And if you ever see this, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
Yep.
If you ever need anything comic book, Pokemon wise, stop on in and I'll hit you up, man. Always willing to help out a bro.
He's totally going to tune into this, man.
I really hope he does. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Although I don't even know if he's even real or if it's like an angel thing.
Yeah. You said it was like an episode of Touched by an Angel.
I don't even know what that is, but maybe.
Bro. What?
Look it up.
Yeah.
It's a TV show.
Yeah, you totally need to watch that.
It sounds like something my grandma would be watching.
No, it legit was, but
I'm pretty sure she has watched it when I'm over there. But some people think there's angels that walk among us.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if there is, that was.
I kind of want to get the influencer light out and like have it hover over your head.
I am no angel.
Whoa, whoa.
I am no angel.
And then point it at Casey's face.
If God helped me out today,
When
I'm
he's trying to
surprised he
review his
did.
book. Yeah.
Thankful that he did, but
You might get some glare.
off of your forehead.
Yes.
Casey, it's a great forehead though.
It's a beautiful forehead.
It just peaks.
Again, thank you again to Mr. Peter.
Yeah.
And tonight we are joined by Fairchild from Gen 13. So welcome to the show, Miss Fairchild.
Woohoo!
With those legs. Whoa.
Well, also, since you brought the guest to the show, you'll have to, get her input on the book at the end of the show. I just want to hear her take on it too.
She hates it.
Okay, spicy. We're off to a great start tonight. All right. Introduce the show. What are we doing?
We are doing.
Who are we?
I don't know who you are, but I'm Trevor.
Whoa.
Trevor who?
Whoa. But we are reading.
Oh my god. Just flipped it to us so you could introduce us.
I am Trevor 2.0. Joining me today is Johnny Whatever and Casey. Who is it?
Someone did break Trevor today.
Oh, sorry.
I think someone did break Trevor. It might have been the interstate. I don't know.
Might have been the interstate.
Might have been the
My
interstate.
heart was racing in my
All
chest. It was something else.
Shout out to Racing Hearts.
Racing
Did
hearts.
you get first place?
I got something.
All right. All right. Well, let's chop it up. Let's
Miles
move on.
Harzer. No,
Let's go.
we are reading. I'm gonna punch you in the face. We are reading
Bro.
nicely, gently, and very nice. We're keeping this PG. All right, we are reading X-23 Deadly Regenesis #1. I just want to give a shout out as well and lift up X-23 #1 from Marvel's Next group. Their little header for that time. I think they're using that to introduce some new characters back then. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we've got X-23 by Craig Kyle, Chris Yost, and Billy Tan. This is a facsimile edition that is on our shelves right now. So if you want to read up on X-23 and how she came to be, pick this guy up. He came out this week, as well as Deadly Regenesis, which we are reading today.
Casey, did you get the facsimile?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I just
I
wanted to
hope
make
so.
sure. I'm trying to confirm your membership here. Okay.
I got it as well because I wanted to know more about X-23 before I
literally
read.
did not get it.
Well, you suck. So, this is the A cover. Nice, beautiful A cover. I picked that one up. That was my choice of covers. We have got the Stormbreakers variant by Elena Casagrande. Casagrande? I'm probably butchering her name, but it looks accurate. So, that is the, what, A, B, C, D. That's the D cover. Yes, I counted out my alphabet.
Yep.
That's the D cover. I have got this cover. I can already tell it's a Momo.
It is a Momo.
This is the B cover for X-23.
B for best.
Is it by Peach Momoko? There are a lot of people who enjoy her artwork, so come pick that guy up. And I have got the sketch variant. Or that's not a sketch variant. That's
Character sheet.
It's a character sheet. It's like a prototype character design sheet. Anyways.
Yes.
The C cover.
That's a C cover. Who did this one, though? I'm not seeing a auto on here. I don't know if I can find...
Is there a Galleria?
There's no gallery, but there will be a...
Variant covers by.
Yeah. So we can take a guess at who did it, but I doubt.
Do you want me to just scan it with my eye?
That might help, too. Just can't find out. Here we go.
Oh.
No, it shows the cover artist.
Foiled again.
Oh, here we go.
Wait.
Nope.
Yep. Nope.
No, here we go. Variant cover. We got the Woman's History Haymaker design. Yeah, here we go. It'd be the Haymaker design.
Boom.
Because it's your debut character, Haymaker. By Jan Bazaldua.
Make sure you get on the camera too.
Anyways, this is the character design cover for Haymaker, who was in this book.
This is gonna be spicy tonight. Oh man.
It's going to be an interesting take on an interesting book. Which cover would you like? I figured as much.
Casey.
Oh, so predictable. Now, dive into this book and see how it is. And if you guys read this, feel free to leave a comment. Let us know what you thought and any opinions that come up as we read. Oh, my Coke, Fairchild.
She's got you.
She's got me. Minneapolis. This is close.
Can we
to
just,
home.
yeah, I was going to say, can we pause right there? We're kicking it off in Minneapolis. That's amazing. I'm very happy with that.
There you go. Got it. I got it. I'll put it back.
At least make the helicopter sound.
I think you can adjust this thing. So
Yes, we
Really
can.
So
Yes.
maybe you should
Don't want
take
to.
a moment and adjust it because you're going to keep lifting this book up and we're going to have stuff like that. Minneapolis.
Would you say that you're going to lift it up literally or in your review, Casey?
Let's just read this book.
Okay.
Minneapolis. There we go. We just got high.
What?
I'm a Coke addict. All right. I have been so many things in this short life: an assassin, one of the X-Men, an assassin for the X-Men. With all that I have been, I wonder what will I be now. And shout out to all these different costumes on the cover.
Yeah.
So many different costumes from as she's growing as a character to the different teams that she has been on to the things that she has done. So that's pretty cool. And just remembering back that she's done some heroic things, worked alongside some colorful uniforms, but I do not see myself as a hero. It's been a lot of bloodshed. She wishes she could go back to choose to be like a hero like Kitty and Rachel, or to live in penance for my past sins. A lot of Wolverine vibes here, being that's Wolverine's clone.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it's not like his daughter, it's a literal clone. They took his DNA, changed out a few things, and made it because the male DNA wasn't so viable, so they switched out some chromosomes, and female was viable for the embryo. A bit of a spoiler for that facsimile. But she's walking down the street, she smells a fire, she sees the fire truck, and she goes running into action. The past haunts us all. Written by Erica Schultz, artist Edgar Salazar, Carlos Lopez was the color artist, VC's Corey Pettit did the lettering, and Kalman Andrzejowski was the cover artist. So again, that was a nice cover for the A cover. I don't like the lettering for that because it's all goofy.
Right.
But there's some firefighters that are already putting out this fire, and she hears somebody in the crowd saying that their neighbor is still inside and they're in a wheelchair. So she jumps into action, quite literally jumping off a fire truck, using her claws to cut into the side of the wall of the building, climbs up to where their neighbor is. She's sitting in her wheelchair, coughing, probably thinking she's gonna die. All the translations here are translating from Somali, so that is a really lazy writer. Couldn't actually learn Somali to put Somali words in here.
I mean,
they translate stuff anyways.
right.
I'm just being me. I'm just joking. We won't be able to understand it either, so be lazy on us. Like, what is she saying? So, she comes crashing through the window, being X-23, not the wheelchair-bound person.
Is it a crash or is it a crash?
It's a crash. And X-23 just knows Somali. You must come with me now. I can't walk. I'm sorry. And she's like, it'll be all right. Hold on. Jumps out of a window. That's going to be the scariest thing she's ever been through. Flying out a window. She's been wheelchair bound her whole life. Now she's flying out a window. But X-23 remembers back to the good times of training, running across rooftops with her friend. And do any of us know who this friend is?
No.
Okay, just a random person.
Casey, do you know?
I'm trying to remember it. Yeah, I don't remember right now. So.
Well, she wasn't mentioned in the book, so you'd have to have read it previously.
Right. I'm trying to remember the name is what I'm trying to say. I don't remember. So.
But she has a name.
Yes.
All right. She lands back on the sidewalk, hands her off to a firefighter, remembers back to the past, to when Wolverine told her, you've done good, kid, real good. She keeps referencing Utopia in this book, being Krakoa, so this does take place in X-Men continuity, I suppose.
No, Utopia is separate.
No, she mentions it.
Yeah, Utopia is separate from Krakoa.
Is it really?
Yeah. That was a point where it was an island off of San Francisco. I was going to talk about it during my review, but they called it out. So this blew my mind because this is not current.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Well,
I will be looking forward to your take then, because I don't know Utopia.
Yeah.
I figured she's just referencing Krakoa. So that'll be an interesting history lesson. Then they ask, is the building clear? Negative. We got somebody in there. Huge explosion. Probably caused by anything that's flammable. Aerosol. Household cleaners, aerosols. They feed the flames with unpredictable results. There's some news on the line. We're live at the scene at the Vesper Tower fire where, my God, down on their car.
Crunk.
Oh, that wasn't as cool as me, but she decides that she is going to run back into the building, and the officer is like, no, you can't go in there. We don't need any more superhero stuff. She jumps off the roof, and he's like, all right, he's on the 6th floor. Scales the building, goes back in through a window, remembers back to her training with Kazar.
Yep.
I'm assuming you know that story, too?
This particular one, no. Hanging out with.
Whoa.
Yeah. This one I don't.
There. We're what did she say? We are leaving. She said, we're not leaving. Go, hold on a minute. We are leaving. Carries this guy out on her back. You can see she's been burned. I mean, her body can heal. She's X-23. But you can see the burns on her clothes, on her body. Guardians of the Galaxy #1 coming out in April. I'm looking forward to this one. Groupfall approaches. Who are the Guardians of the Galaxy? It looks like we got Drax, Mantis.
That's what I was like. I'm able to identify them, actually.
Yeah.
Unless it's like someone's kid or something, you know.
Yeah. But it is a cool character design. So you're seeing Star-Lord and Gamora and Nebula. I'm assuming Nebula.
I just don't understand the marketing. Who are, like, they're right there. That's who they are.
But the interesting thing is that this isn't your normal Guardian story. This is like a Western.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty cool with Groupfall.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to it. I can guarantee this will be our read.
Shout out to Groupfall.
Shout out to the Groupfalls.
So in April, expect this.
Expect it, because we're reading it. I'm not going to let them not read it. We're reading it. Oh, well, then you're not on the show this week. Later.
Okay.
I wanted to thank you for all your help in this. Everyone made it out alive, and it's all because of you. She goes, I only saved 2 people because only you're a hero. She remembers back, am I a hero? And she's got, do we know who this lady is?
Chimera.
Yeah.
Chimera. That's right. She is referenced later. But I remember pausing like, who are you? But Chimera's telling her that she's the boogeyman and she's going to do stuff that nobody else should do. The media gets in her face and she's remembering back to the fact that Logan has media training, but she does not. She just tells him to leave me alone, get the camera out of my face. Here's Stormbreaker, Martin Cocola. The first book you ever read was X-Men and Alpha Flight.
Yeah. Automatically a good guy.
Yeah. He's doing Deadpool currently, it looks like, so if you like that Deadpool stuff, there's your artist. In Chicago, looks like they're trying to find her through facial recognition.
Whoa.
And somebody goes, what have you got, Burnham? You better be sure it's her. He goes, still running facial reconstruction. These things take time.
Recognition.
Reconstruction. It's been a day. Same thing, difference. And she goes, "Don't mansplain me, you toad." And
I love that line so much. Don't mansplain to me, you toad.
well, see, I don't like things like that because it automatically ages the book. Because in 5 years, who's going to still be saying mansplain?
Well, I mean, I like the you toad part. Like
the toad is part, yeah.
You toad.
Yep.
We should use that around here.
Johnny Toad.
You
oh,
toad.
I'm fired. Okay.
Okay.
Yahtzee, we got her, Kay. Who says Yahtzee?
I actually do. A lot. I do. Facts.
Good, because
I love how you introed Casey. Now you're all nervous. Sorry.
Yahtzee. Good. Because it would have sucked if I had to phase my hand through your chest to pull your lungs out.
Gulp.
In Empire number 5. I'm sure that would hurt just a bit. So that must be her power is phasing?
I guess.
Where's Jordan? I'm sure they'll want to hear the news. Yeah, sure thing, Chimera. They're in the prep room with Dr. Cruz. Down at the prep room, there is Jordan, her favorite brawler. You see them walking through a lab. She's explaining some stuff. I'm just kind of running through this pretty quick because it's already 9 o'clock. I'm sure you guys want to get to bed just like I do. So for a true full story, I suggest picking it up yourself. Jordan's out there. He is fighting. I suggest picking it up anyways, but if you want to get a full rundown on the story, I suggest doing that. He's fighting some dude, knocks the guy's tooth guard out of his mouth guard.
Yikes.
Jordan Gaston, the haymaker. So that is your haymaker. There you are, walk to the door. We found her, Jordan. I mean, yep. I've been waiting a long time for this. Jordan's got some beef with her.
Mm-hmm.
Before. She's the crown jewel of the facility, Mr. Fisk. For what I paid, she had better be. She's killing some people in a warehouse. And they're watching the whole thing on the TV. From the looks of it, through her eyes. So they must have had some sort of deal in her head or something. I don't know. You can see him slashing there. Instead of watching her, please look after Jay. Must have been Jordan's father. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That is what I'm thinking. Just I thought. Wakes up at night, having a nightmare. Logan told me nightmares were not real, but the nightmares I have are. Some days I can easily reconcile my past, while others, it feels as if I will be swallowed whole. Changing the past is impossible, but we have been known to do the impossible from time to time. Up on the rooftop, Chimera is giving Jordan the tranks that he needs, or is that going to... I'm assuming it's tranks, because she throws him a satchel.
Well, especially since she says on there that you have to dose her more than once.
Yep. Or no, these aren't tranks. Remember what disabled her powers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she tells him you need to keep your mask on, it'll affect you too. He's like, I got what it takes to beat her. She goes, don't be cocky, Jordan. She's tougher than she looks. She's walking down the street, remembering that she was in love with somebody. I do not know how I feel about Julian. I do not know how I should feel about him. He has expectations I cannot meet. Cyclops, Miss Frost, all the mutants on Utopia do, even Storm. They all expect me to heal from any wound, even those I cannot see. It's not that simple. She smells something, it can't be her. That does not look like Chimera, but whoever it is has her scent on them. Bombs away. She slices a bomb, thinking it's just going to be a normal bomb, but it's a gas. She can't breathe. She needs to take a moment to... Oh no, she can't heal. She's got blood running down her knuckles from her knife hands. Who are you and what do you want from me? It's real simple, X-23. I'm Haymaker, and I want to kill you. To be continued. Shout out to Ewoks too.
I was gonna say, like, that cover is banging. I want that cover so much.
Maybe he should have been saying that. I want to kill you.
Yeah, exactly. I want to kill you. X-23 crossover with Ewoks.
Oh, it's by Alyssa Wong. I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah.
Star Wars Ewoks, number 1. Yub Nub, Tales of the Ewoks, April 2023.
I sincerely need that in my collection, just because I love it.
If this does not fall in the same week as Guardians, we're reading it.
If it does, then
we're fighting.
Ewoks. We'll flip a coin.
We're gonna flip a coin.
We're gonna break some hearts though, because
my heart will be broken.
Your heart will go on.
Nope, that will just be broken. My heart doesn't go on. Every time something leaves my life that I wanted a lot, my heart just dies a little bit more.
Right.
Whether it's good or bad.
So this book happened, yeah.
It happened.
Yeah. All right, let's hit some reviews.
I guess just for first off comments, it's always really interesting when a story goes back and forth between what is considered current time to it's remembering things from the past.
All right,
Like
Casey, just take the wheel.
that's what I planned on doing.
I know. This is your character. I chose this book specifically for you. Because I know she's your girl. So, yes, I was hoping you would lead the charge in reviews.
And just reminiscing. And I always wondered, like, I always forget who that blonde girl is just because I always try to think if that's the girl from NYX or if it's truly from, or if it's truly from going on from just the X-23 storyline kind of thing. So, because all those characters had powers as well. So, and bringing back some of the old memories of like the one with Chimera while she's in the I want to say padded room, but I can't remember specifically right now if it was really padded or not. But just having that room, because that was one of the main covers of the second issue, was her against the wall, just like trying to get away.
Now, I do have a question for you while we're on covers.
Sure.
Why did they portray X-23 to look like a slut?
So
is that an actual comic book thing, or is it just trying to be edgy? Like, oh, look at our new hero. She's so edgy. She's so cool.
In a lot of sense, if it does do the continuity from NYX, she actually started off as a prostitute.
Okay.
That's when you first meet her.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a
question on it. It's like, whoa.
But in the X-23 story, she actually, I can't remember specifically if she goes into that after, because she's taken from the facility from her mother to live with her until she's forced to kill her mother because the scent that they was her trigger to be that animalistic assassin. And so she killed her mother. And I can't remember if right after that she went into prostitution from there, and then that's where the NYX story comes in and stuff like that. And so that's basically how she's portrayed right away as was she was originally a prostitute at NYX. So
okay, there's a little history.
And with further comment, just having that whole flashback just makes it so that you don't have to go back and read the other stuff, but it still would be good to go back just to get a full sense, like that whole thing, her between her and Chimera, and just Fisk being a part of that as well. Shout out to him now being a part of this book. I actually didn't think that he would be until I got to that part, just because it's so long ago since I've read these that just remembering some of those. I guess, do you guys have further comments? I guess to take over while I'm thinking of other things to think of. We don't have to do our ratings till the end, but if you have further comments or anything.
No, I thought it was it was here. That's about all I can say. I wasn't blown away by it by any means. It was just my read. I enjoyed the facsimile more than this story, seeing where she came from. Which, I mean, that's not always the case, but generally it seems to be. But the facsimile was a lot more fun getting to see her origins and everything versus this was, she's in the city. You know me, I like to have a lot of action in my books. I like to be taken out of reality and in fantasy. It's a comic book.
Right.
Help me forget about troubles of today and take me somewhere else. She just saves a couple people from a burning building, which is cool. It's great. It's great street level superhero stuff. But she's a member of the X-Men. I expect her to be fighting something big and special. I mean, there's got to be people gunning for her, which Chimera is. We see that.
Right.
So it's building to something. You got a new character, Haymaker. I'm assuming this is his first appearance.
I believe so.
So if you're looking for a good first appearance, he could go somewhere. He might not. I don't know.
Guess we'll see at the end of this run.
Yeah. But it was a fun. I mean, it was a fun read. I enjoyed it for what it was, but it didn't blow me away. It's not. If I got to be honest, it's probably not something I'm going to pick up past issue 1.
I will have to say that, I probably overhyped myself, being exciting about having a new storyline with X-23 in it again, other than what's already been out there.
Yeah. Which it's more character development. I'm sure by the end she'll have maybe reconciled some of her past. And I don't know. Well, I wasn't blown away by any means. The cover was great. It wasn't stellar either. It was all right.
We don't have the specific color, but there was another cover that I absolutely adored more than the Peach Momoko.
Excuse me?
Whoa.
All right.
Just
Show's over. Casey's disqualified.
it's too bad that they don't have like that.
The gallery.
The gallery.
I don't even know what to say. Right
I've had to process a lot of things in my life, but
Sure.
never anything this bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, don't pull it up on a different
All right.
site.
I'm
Here we go.
not gonna go on a different site.
I'm gonna put the windows down here so that we.
Wow. I don't know what even to say. I mean,
I don't know, man.
just broke me. Like, I don't know about anything
I
anymore.
don't know.
But,
Yeah.
oh, we had that one.
Oh, that was a good one.
That wasn't
So-
All
a
right, that's fine.
yeah, we had that one
Yeah.
briefly. It sold.
Yeah, this was one of the covers I bought. So and it's Women's History Month variant,
It was a nice cover.
but it was an awesome cover.
That was a nice
so-
cover. Okay, so we aren't broken completely.
Yeah.
It was a cover that
Casey
we
saved
had,
it.
and he
He
purchased.
saved it. He turned it around.
I thought it was something else that we did.
Oh no, I did not. I did not buy a different cover from another place. I thought about it with some of the ones that we didn't get, but no,
I didn't say you bought it from a different place. Just the fact that I thought it was like some other cover completely that we didn't have.
Oh no,
And, like,
no.
More, I'm like, what? The covers we had were the best there was. So did you get the Haymaker one?
No, the Haymaker one I did not.
I didn't figure you did. It didn't have X-23 on it. That one was a nice one. Okay, my mind is put back together. To the
Thank
extent that it
goodness.
can. To the
Thank
extent.
goodness.
To the extent that it can. It's not complete. No, it's
Right.
never
Yeah.
complete. But we're back to this ability to drive.
Good.
Hopefully. May or may not go in a ditch.
Here you
Anyways,
go.
though. You want to?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys, that call out, the X-Men's Island Society off the coast of San Francisco at this point in X-Men continuity. So this book is not going down with Krakoa. And so I was like, that's interesting. So Utopia was actually founded around the same time that Dark Reign was going on. So Norman Osborn was running the country with all of his teams. You got your Dark Avengers, best team ever. He had his own Dark X-Men, which had members on it, like Emma Frost was leading them. Mystique was posing as Professor Xavier. You had Cloak and Dagger wearing X-Men badges. Mimic was on the team. Weapon Omega. This was a crazy deal. Wolverine's son Daken filled in on both teams. It was funny. They actually called it out in the story. And the biggest thing that happened during this Utopia event was when Norman Osborn brought his forces to invade the island. And so Dark Avengers and Dark X-Men squared off with all the mutants on the island, and it was brutal. At one point, Bullseye was dressed as Hawkeye, and Angel had to swoop in and pick him up and get him off the battlefield because he kept killing people, because he can't miss. He's Bullseye. And so there's a panel where Scott Summers is like, holy crap, is that Bullseye dressed as Hawkeye? Yeah, that's the point of Dark Avengers. But it was just so funny to see the impact of that masquerade. And yeah, it's totally amazing. So Utopia was a baby version of Krakoa. Krakoa is way more expansive. It's been going on way longer. But yeah, fantastic storylines. There was also a storyline dealing with Bastion from the Omega Sentinels. And it was really crazy, and a lot of dark science there too. I can't remember what it was called though, off the top of my head. But that was a great one too. So Utopia was home to a lot of awesome X-Men storylines between 2008 and 2010, somewhere in there. And it was just a lot of fun. But anyways, the fact that they're doing an additional story now with all of this robust content coming out for X titles, and they're doing it then, is an interesting creative decision. I like it. One thing I want to call out that I was kind of cracking up on is the running facial recognition page. They're like, is this her? And then the same photo, yes, it's her. But if Kamira was in the room, she should have just looked at the screen. Yeah, that's her. Yeah.
I only trained her for a while.
Yeah. Also, who's Kamira? I don't know this person at all.
Yeah.
And who's our main antagonist? I don't know this person at all. And so that's where my enjoyment of the book kind of goes down a little bit, because the X-Men U intersects with some really cool people with a lot of cool presence, some of which have interacted with X-23 in the past. So the fact that we're going totally new is just, it's an interesting decision. I'm not going to say anything bad about it, but it wasn't hitting me as a reader.
Well, see, that's just it. I don't, and I'm sorry to cut you off here,
Yeah.
I felt the same way.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody here.
Right.
Kamira's obviously importantly gets
Shout out to
three
Wilson Fisk.
flashbacks, and I mean Wilson Fisk I understood more than Kamira because I don't know the character.
Yeah, yeah.
Kamira or Wilson Fisk makes sense. He's got his hand in it.
Yeah.
He's got his hand in everything.
Yeah.
But Kamira, who is this? Haymaker, who is this? Who's Yahtzee in the share? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, look, you know everybody, no.
Yeah. So ultimately, was it on the flip side, the only thing I will, disagree on with you is I kind of like the street levelness of it because she's, doing her best. And, while she's not taking on Sentinels or Sabretooth or anything like that, she did save people from a burning building, which was cool. She interacted with the media, which was a huge nod because that's always something that superheroes struggle with. And there were consequences for that. So, the creative team, it was a fun story. It's not, I'm like you, it's probably not a series I'm personally going to continue. I'm thankful I tried it to check in on this. And again, I'm a huge fan of the fact that they're tapping into a utopia. I like it when books do that, when they call upon previous timelines, as long as they do it well.
Yep.
And so, with all of that in mind, absolutely. I'm glad I checked it out, but I am of the mindset as well where I don't know if I'll personally continue it just because of the volume of X titles I'm reading right now. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Well, Casey, the Illusionist and the X-23 aficionado.
Yeah, the general here, really.
What is your opinion on this book? What is your rating on it?
Well, overall,
23 stars.
23 stars.
Whoa, Casey.
I heard it.
Is that what you're doing?
I said 23 scars, or 23, scars. Yeah, there we go.
Let's do our rating for this one. Is scars with her claws instead of stars.
So out of two scars.
From 1 to 23 scars, where do you place the rating?
I think we're gonna put this down to 5 scars, not 23. As much as I'd love.
To be fun and edgy here.
I understand,
I was trying to connect with you as an X-23 fan. We don't even have that anymore. Continue.
Overall, can only go out from here, I guess. I guess overall, honest, true opinion. I would probably be in that, just because it's slow moving, has a lot of action. Yes, a lot of reminiscing of things in the past. All that. It does intrigue you and stuff like that, especially the ending where it's like, oh, that the thing where she loses her power has returned and is being used on her again. Overall, the whole story is I'll just have to see, because I will be continuing this because X-23, you got to keep going with X-23. And so I'd probably, in my official opinion, I'd probably say I'd be at a 3.5 out of 5 scars.
Whoa. I mean, it's better than me.
All right, Trevor.
I always go cover to cover. You know me. That's what I do. I picked up the A cover, which is pretty cool. She's running down the hallway. She's already killed some bad guys. It's great. It's not stellar, but it's great. So shout out to that. Shout out to our cover artist, whose name I butchered, so I'm not even going to try again. Coleman, shout out to you. It was a fun cover. The lettering was decent.
Yeah.
Other than that page where they're saying all their names and half the letters are capitalized, half aren't. They're all over the place. Like, how do you even read that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I like
it doesn't even fit the book.
Yeah. I like it clean cut.
Yeah.
I like it but clean cut. The story wasn't gripping though.
No.
It was street level stuff, which you expect from something like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, some of those lower street level guys. But she fought Sentinel, she fought Sabretooth. You didn't have any X-Men villains here for an X title, which isn't like the X title. It's an off branch, but still, it's an offshoot of it. So it was all right. There wasn't a ton of action, but it wasn't enough to get me by. All these characters that you don't know. Chimera, we know she's big, but who is she?
Yep.
Haymaker, he's a new guy, so I'll give you that. We shouldn't know who he is.
Yep.
Wilson Fisk, we all know who he is, and it makes sense that he's there. But again, like, I don't know X-23, so I don't know why he's there. He's just there. He must have money in the project. Honestly, I preferred the facsimile more than this one because it was a good. I mean, it showed you who she was and where she came from. Yeah. So if you know who X-23 is, like I have a rough knowledge of who she is. Now you know where she came from. Yeah. Now you know her origins. That was pretty cool. Again, I didn't know all the names in there, but for a story with no action, it was actually a fun read. Yeah. For a story with some action, not as much fun. So my rating on this is only 2 stars.
Ooh. Okay.
I mean, I was going to give it 1 star, but
yeah,
I saw there were dead people in the cover.
Yeah.
I see dead people, so.
Yeah.
I give it 2 stars. It wasn't gripping. It's not something I'm going to continue reading. I do suggest picking it up, though, especially if you're an X-23 fan. Give it a read yourself.
Yeah. Don't
just take our word for it. Actually try it.
Yeah.
Although our word is still pretty important. And
incredibly important.
Incredibly important. But again, we do always encourage you to check something out, even if we don't like it. Doesn't mean you won't like it. You know.
Yeah.
It's like a Rotten Tomato score. The
Right.
critics might say it's bad, but the audience says it was good.
Yeah.
We as the critics aren't thrilled by it.
Yeah.
You guys might be though.
Yeah.
And what's your rating?
So it's really interesting because I was also going to give it a 2 out of 5. However, there were 2 things that redeemed it, and one is the Utopia call out, again, using that timeline. I dig it. And then the other one that I liked was, oh gosh, I was just thinking about this. Are you really going to lose half the fight? I can't remember it. No, I mean, that's funny too.
You toad.
You toad. Was the Ewoks page. We're going cover to cover. The Ewoks page. That is the craziest cover. I want that.
The fire in this Ewok's eyes. Okay, here. Go back to the fire in the Ewok's eyes.
X-23 could have had the fire in her eyes that the Ewok did. This would have been a 4 out of 5 for me easily. But it wasn't. All right.
The fire in his eyes. That is absolutely adorable hatred. Is there any other way to put it? Adorable hatred.
If Trevor was the Ewok.
This would be me.
Wow.
What can I help you with? No.
All right. So, anyways, like I said, I was at a 2, but then these 2 things happened: the Utopia call out. The Ewoks. I'm trying to do my review. But anyways, the Ewoks was part of my review. I'm actually going to go with the 3, and that's being very generous. I will say that as well.
You
so
always say 2.5.
Well, no,
it's half a score. Does it even work?
2.75.
There we go.
2.75. I'll allow it. So anyways, that 2.75 for me, you guys. It's something. It's worth trying. It's a number 1. Definitely jump in. It is approachable as a book, so you're not going to feel like, whoa, like everything's foreign or anything like that. But for what we look for as readers, it just wasn't for us maybe. But that doesn't mean that we represent everybody.
Yeah,
that comes in our store.
We always encourage you to try something new. We did, and we still encourage you to also. You might enjoy it.
Yeah. Shout out to Casey.
Shout out to Casey, the Illusionist.
Well, okay. Reviews tonight.
The ads from the facsimile.
Well, you gotta be careful. Some of those pages were a little risque.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right, let's shut her down.
Zelda.
That was a cool page. Zelda's pretty cool. I like the Linkin Park ad too. Like Linkin Park, that's my jam.
Nope.
Jay-Z and Linkin Park. Oh, I'd go to that concert. I would work that one.
Where's the date? Oh, it doesn't have a date. What the hell, man?
Well,
but it is copyright 2004.
2004. I wish I wasn't.
All right, shut it down.
I'm shutting it down.
No, me. Although me too. You too. Wait. You too is a banger. Anyway. It has been a crazy day, so we're going to wrap this video up so you guys can go to bed, we can go home, and we can go to bed. Thank you for joining us today for the review of X-23 Deadly Regenesis. Even though our reviews were not great, I will recommend, again, checking it out yourself. Yeah. Let us know what you thought. If you read it, let us know in the comment section. We've only got 1 viewer, so hopefully you read it. Whoever you might be, shout out to Miranda. But thanks again for joining us. There's been a lot going on here. We got 2 football breaks going on right now. Is there baseball?
Yes, there's still a baseball one.
We have 2 football breaks, 1 baseball break, 1 football is 35, 1 is 25. Come check those out. Get yourself involved in that because those are a lot of fun. Watch our Facebook page Monday because I'm giving you a little bit of a hint that there might be another break. I might put a video out, or if you wait till Thursday, we should have a NCAP recap.
Yeah.
So watch for that because we're talking about a Pokemon break right now. First one that we have done here. And we will hopefully have that thing filled and closed by March 31st because that is the release of Scarlet and Violet, which we should have in store. So check that out. We have a store display of baseball. I'm going to highlight that too come Thursday. And there is a chance for a Ken Griffey Jr. in those packs if I remember right.
Yeah, yes. Rookie.
Yep.
So check that out. I can't show you now because we're stationary here, but come Thursday, I'm going to have to highlight that. And we have mini helmets on another end cap over in the sports section.
Yeah.
Tons of mini helmets.
Someone got my Bills helmet, my mini helmet.
No idea who that would be.
So.
Some loser.
Losers. Bills fans.
Trevor fans,
No
same
fans.
Same level,
Which Trevor? Anyways,
2 point. Whoa, duh.
I figured as much. Who's a Trevor fan out there? There shouldn't be. Anyways, so come check out those mini helmets. I'll be highlighting those as well in my NCAP recap this Thursday. My NCAP currently right now has some Mandalorian literature on it for that season 3.
Shout out to that episode 2. Wow.
I have not seen any Mandalorian. I've not seen past episode 2 of season 1.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do it for you. So,
quick recap, or not recap, but do you just ask your guys' opinion? Is this the worst DC movie ever?
Halle Berry?
No.
I actually haven't seen it.
I've heard many different opinions.
No.
So
It's Halle Berry.
No,
Come
have
on.
you seen
there's
like
no-
the new Superman films? I mean, are you kidding me?
Superman Returns.
I mean, there's some stiff competition.
Right.
Bad
I've just a lot of what I've heard from people commenting on the Catwoman. They think it's like the worst, one of the worst.
Because I haven't seen Batman versus Superman.
All
No.
right.
So,
let's end on that DC note.
yep. Thanks
Okay.
again for joining us. Hopefully, you guys have a good night. If you see a book on the wall next Thursday that you see that you want us to read, we always choose our books Thursday evening. So if you can lift it up before then, we are always looking for viewer opinions. So look at the wall and pick out a book that you want to see us review. And we're going to grab it, we're going to read it, and we're going to tell you what we thought of it. And hopefully you do the same thing and can leave it in the comments. On that note, thanks for joining us again. Thank you, Miss Fairchild, for being our special guest tonight.
Very
Hopefully you enjoyed the book as much as we did, which was not at all, sadly to say. But
Casey did.
Casey did. He is an X-23 aficionado, though.
Yeah.
He loves her and everything she does. So, thanks again for joining us. Stay awesome. You guys have a good night. Stay safe on those roads. The snow did subside now, so hopefully it's better tomorrow. And on that note, have a good night.
Woo woo.